Next up, we have Miles doing 2 monologues, which he competed at the Heart District Theater Festival, and for which he took home the 3rd. So let's hear it for Miles.
We'll be doing 2 monologues. One is from Two Gentlemen of Verona by William Shakespeare, and the other one is from The Normal Heart, about the AIDS epidemic in New York City. Nay, 'twill be this hour ere I have done my weeping. All this kind of launces have this very fault. I've received my proportion and am going with Sir Proteus to the Imperial's court. I think Crab, my dog, be the sourest natured dog that lives. My mother weeping, my father wailing, our maid howling, and our cat wringing its hands in all our house in a great perplexity, yet did not this cruel-hearted cur shed one tear. He is a stone, a very pebble stone with no more pity in him than a dog. Why, even my grandam, having no eyes, look you, wept herself, blind, at my pardon. Nay, I'll show you the manner of it. This shoe is my father. No, this left shoe is my father. Nay, that cannot be so neither. Yes, it is so. For this shoe hath the worser soul. The shoe with a hole in it, my mother, and this my father. Vengeance, there it is. Now, sir, this staff be my sister, for look you, she is as white as a lily and as small as a wand. This hat be Nan our maid, and I am the dog. No, the dog is himself, and I am the dog, I. The dog is me, and I am myself, I, so. Now come I to my father. Father, your blessing. Now should not the shoe speak a word for weeping? Now should I kiss my father? Well, he weeps on. Now to my mother, and oh, how she could speak now like a wood woman. Will I kiss her? Now to my sister, mark the moan she may sow. And the dog, all this while, speaks not a word nor sheds a tear. Ned, Albert is dead. He's been dead a week. No one knew. He wouldn't tell anyone. Do you know why? Because of me. Because he knows I'm so scared I'm some sort of carrier. This makes 3 people I've been with who are dead. I went to Emma and I begged her, please just test me somehow. Please just tell me if I'm giving this to people. And she said she couldn't. There isn't anything they can find out because they still don't know what they're looking for. However, I think I loved him best of all, and he went so fast. His mother wanted him back in Phoenix before he died. This was last week when it was obvious. So I get permission from Emma, bundle him all up, and take him to the plane in an ambulance. The pilot wouldn't take off, and I refused to leave the plane. He would have been so proud of me. Finally, they get another pilot. Then after we take off, Albert loses his mind. Not recognizing me, not knowing where he is or that he's going home. And then right there on the plane, he becomes incontinent. He starts doing it in his pants and all over the seat. Shit, piss, everything. And I pulled out my suitcase and I yanked out whatever clothes I had in there and I start mopping them up as best I can. And all these people are staring at us and moving away in droves. And I ram all these clothes back into the suitcase and I sit there holding his hand saying, Albert, please, no more. Hold it in, man, I beg you, just for us. For Bruce and Albert. And when we get to Phoenix, there's a police van waiting for us, and all the police are dressed in complete rubber protective clothing. They look like astronauts. And when we finally get to the hospital, where his mother set up his room real nice for him, Albert was dead. It gets worse. The hospital doctors refused to examine him to put a cause of death on the death certificate, and without a death certificate, the undertakers wouldn't take him away, and neither would the police. Finally, some orderly comes in and stuffs Albert in a heavy-duty glad bag and motions us with his finger to follow him. Goes out in the back alley and puts Albert with the garbage. And he says, "Hey man, see what a big favor I've done for you? I've got him out. I want 50 bucks. And I paid him. And then me and his mother put him in the back of the car. And we finally found an undertaker who'd cremate him for $1,000, no questions asked. Would you and Felix mind if I spent the night at your place tonight? Just one night.